Okay, so hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about template inheritance in Django. So we will discuss about template inheritance in Django. Okay, so the question is, what's the mean of template inheritance and what is the use of template inheritance? Okay, so the question, what is the question first? What is what is template inheritance? And another question is, what is the use? Means why we use this. Okay, so template inheritance means, for example, let me give you a basic example. For example, when we discuss about inheritance in OOPS. So what is the mean of inheritance? Let's suppose there is a parent class A. So parent class A and there is a child class B. Okay, there is a child class B. So this child class is inheriting the property of this parent class. Okay, so this is a mean of inheritance. Let me give you one more example. For example, I am creating here class. Let's suppose I'm creating here a class called animal. Okay, so I'm creating here animal class. And in animal class, if I'm creating here one method called speak. Okay, so this is a method called speak. And I am creating here one more class which is child class of animal class. So what I will do, I will write here, let's suppose the class name is dog. Dog is inheriting which class? Animal class. So I will write animal in bracket. So can you see this speak method is available in animal class, right? So the same speak method will come in dog class as well. Okay, so means this dog class can also get access of this speak method and we can override this method. So this is the example of inheritance. Means dog class don't have its own speak method. It is taking that speak method from animal and it can modify. Let's suppose there is another class, let's suppose cat. So cat also inheriting inheriting which which method? Speak method from parent. Who is the parent? Animal. Okay, so from animal class, cat also inheriting which method? Speak method. Okay, the same method, right? So what will happen? This dog class will override this speak method and speak how dog speak, like bark sound he do. And what about cat? Cat uh, cat speak like meow sound. So like that they will override accordingly. So this is an basic example of inheritance. But what is the use? What is the mean of template inheritance? This is what I'm telling. I'm telling about inheritance in general. Okay. Now what's the mean of like template inheritance? So template inheritance means, let me give you one more example for better understanding. Let's suppose I have a website. Okay. So on website, I have home page. Okay. And in this home page, I have some navigation bar. Okay. This is what nav bar. I have nav bar. Okay. And I have another page, which is about page. Okay, and on this about page, I want to keep the same navbar. I want to keep the same navbar because whenever you see the website, so the content will change. The content will change, but navbar will be the same. Okay, let's suppose I have another page. Let's suppose this is the course page. Okay, and I want to keep the same navbar here. Okay, this same navbar I want to keep here. So if you want to keep the same code again and again, more than one HTML pages, or we can say templates. If you want to keep the same code more than one HTML templates, so what you can do, you can use template inheritance. Let me give you with another example so that you can better understand template inheritance. So for example, let's suppose I have this Amazon website. This is the Amazon website, and here we have different navigations. For example, if I am going to the mobile store, so see, can you see this navigation is same? This navigation is same. If you will see here, okay, if you will see here, this is what navbar. So navbar is same for all the pages. Okay, let's suppose I am going to another page like fashion. Okay, so I am on another page, but the navbar is same. Okay, for example, I'm going to the customer page, so navbar is still same. So what is happening? Navbar is repeating for all the pages. So this is what we can achieve using the template inheritance. For example, I have another example. See, this is the navbar, and I have different pages like home page, movie page, sport page, and tag page. For example, if I am clicking on this home page, so it is showing what it is showing. This is home page, and navbar and everything is same. For example, I am clicking on movie, so it is giving this is movie page. See, header is not changing. Header is still same. The content is changing, right? In a sport, when I'm clicking on sport, so what it is saying, this is the sport page. When I'm clicking on tag, so this is what tag page. So this type of utility we can create with the help of template inheritance. Okay. So I hope you are understanding what is the mean of template inheritance and how we can do this. Okay. So in order to understand it more clearly, we will try to create one project. And in the project, what I will do, let me tell you what we are going to do in project. We will create one Django project. Okay. So we will create a Django project. And in the Django projects, we will create one template folder. Generally, we create template folder to keep HTML file. Okay. So template, will create the template folder. Okay. And inside the template folder, what we will do, we will create one base.html. Okay. So in the base.html, what we will do, we will keep here like navbar code. Okay. Navbar code. So navbar code we will keep inside what? Inside the base.html. Okay. Suppose I'm creating here one more HTML page, which is movie.html. movie.html. So this page, this movie.html page will inherit the navbar from base.html. We don't need to write the navbar code again and again. We will extend this code from base.html. Okay, we will inherit or extend the code from base.html. Let's suppose I'm creating another page. Okay, so this page name is, let's suppose the page name is course. So I have a course page. So I will not create a navbar separately for this. I will not repeat the code. Okay, because Django, what is the Django slogan? The Django slogan is dry. Dry means don't repeat yourself. Don't repeat yourself means you don't need to write this navbar code again and again. Just inherit this code. Okay, so what I will do, I'll create here one base.html, and this base.html, we will, these all the pages, this all the HTML template will inherit this base.html. Okay, so let's see how we will do, how we will do. So the steps, let me write steps to create the Django projects. Steps to create Django. Okay, Django project. I hope you are understanding. If you are not understanding, if you are getting any confusion, please write your confusion, write your doubt in comment. Okay, I will check the comment and I'll try to reply. Okay, and if you're watching this video, so don't just watch. If you're watching, then it is okay, but try to write the code as well at the same time. Okay, because if you will just watch, so it will, it is look, it will like, it will become like a tutorial here. So it's better to implement also. So what is the first step? Let me write here first step. First step is we will create the project. Okay, when I'm saying create project, so definitely we will create Django project right now. And the second thing is, here, why it is coming. Okay, second thing is what we will do, we will create Django application. Create Django, okay, spelling mistake, Django, again, Django app. Okay, we will create Django app. Okay, I'll tell you the commands. Okay, I hope you already know the commands, but if you don't know the commands, I'll tell you. Okay, so what is the third step? So third step is we will create one template folder. We'll create a template folder in order to create HTML files, in order to keep HTML file. So template folder we will create. Okay, and the fourth point is what we are going to do. We will create a static folder as well. Okay, so why we need to create the static folder? Static folder we create in order to keep CSS. Okay, so we will create a static folder to keep CSS files or images. If images we have, we can keep images. We can keep JavaScript file. And in template folder, we generally keep HTML files. Okay, so let's try to follow these 4 steps one by one. Then we will move to other steps. Okay, so what we will do, let me just open VS Code. Okay, so there is the VS Code. Okay, so I have this VS Code. Okay, so here I will open one folder. Okay, so go to the location where you want to create Django folder, Django project. Just go there only. So on YouTube, I have, let me just delete this. Okay, I'll just open this YouTube folder location in VS Code. Part doesn't exist. Let me just check once again. Okay, Django template, YouTube, and here let me select this. Okay, so it's coming with some content. Let me just create another folder. So let me create here let me create here new folder, Django projects. Okay. So here I have Django projects folder and I will select it. So here this folder is open. Right now we are not having anything in this folder. So what is the first step? What is the first step we have to take? The first step is, so just keep it here. Okay, so the first step is create Django folder. So what is the command to create a Django folder? As you already know, the command is to create a Django folder is, we can write here Django admin start project. Okay, start project. And what's the project name? Let me write here inheritance. T inherit template inheritance. Okay, you can keep any name. It doesn't matter. You can keep any name. So I'm writing here. The project name is template inheritance. Okay, from here to here, this is the command and this is the project name. Okay. So this is how I have created the project. But inside the project, we need to create an application. A Django project can have more than one applications. Okay, keep in mind. Okay, so now we have to create the Django application. So if you want to create a Django application, first of all, you have to go inside this project folder. Okay, how you will go inside the project folder? Here in command, you need to change the directory. So you will write here cd and after that you will write your project folder name. So what's the project folder name? Template. Just write temp and press tab key. So when you will press the tab key, it will automatically complete the name. Okay, and press enter. Now your location is template inheritance folder. Okay, now here what you have to do, here you have to create Django application. So what is the command to create Django application? Tell me. I hope you already know. If you don't know, so we need to write here py manage.py. Then what we write? Start app, not create app. What we write? Start app. Okay, when we create the Django project, we write start project. We don't write create project, right? When I asked some student in the interview, like what's the command to create the Django project? So they say, like, sir, the command is Django admin create project. Django admin create application. That is not the correct command. The correct command is start app or start project. Okay. Now the project, okay, I mean the application name is, I'm keeping application name is test app. My application name is test app. Okay. So it has created test app application inside my Django project. Okay. So it has created. Here we have configuration files, right? Now, what is the next step? What we will do, this test application, we will register inside the project settings. We'll configure this test application inside the settings.py. How? We will go into the settings.py, and when you scroll down, you will see here installed app. So inside the installed app, you have to register your application name. So go in last at line number 40. What you will do at line number 40, you will write here single quotes and your application name. Whatever application name you have given, just keep the same name. So in my case, the application name is test app. So I am writing here test app. Okay, I hope you are understanding this. Right now, how you will verify like your application and project successfully created? So now the time we can start our server. So write the command now to run the server. Okay, so what is the command? So the command is py manage.py run server. So when you write this command py manage.py run server, so what will happen? Let me just close the browser first. Okay, so when I hit this command, it will display me one URL. Okay, means on this URL your website is live. So I will press Control and click on it. Okay, so it is opening my like default page. So means my application is running successfully. Okay, so this is how we configure our application. Now what we have to do? What is the next step? The next step is we have to create one template folder, because in template folder I'll create HTML files. Okay, so where I will create the template folder? So what is your root folder? See, template inheritance is my root folder. Inside this root folder, I will create a folder, not inside this settings folder or test app folder, inside the root folder. So here I will click on folder icon, and here I will write template. Okay, all right. So when you're creating the template, so inside the template, we create another folder with our application. So what is our application name? Test app. So the same folder we will create. Test, right? And inside this we will create one HTML file which is base.html. Why we are creating base.html? Because this will be the parent file. This will be the parent file which will keep the navbar code. Okay, for example, okay, this is the navigation bar. This is what navigation bar. This area is navigation bar. So we will keep this kind of navigation inside what base.html. That's why I'm creating here base.html. I hope you are understanding. Okay. So I have created here base.html. Now what I will do, I will write code. I will write HTML code in order to design the header. Okay. I want to design here one navigation bar. So how to design? First of all, I need to take this boilerplate code, okay, and here I'm writing the title is what? Okay, title is Django template, or let me write here template in it. Okay, so this is we have to write here. And now what I will do, I'll create the navbar. So how to create the navbar? First of all, I'll create one header. Okay, I will create here one header. So I will use a semantic element. Okay, and inside the header I'll create one nav. Okay, and inside the nav I'll keep one logo. Okay, logo, and I will keep links, nav links, logo and links. So how to design a logo? I will keep one logo class. In order to keep the logo, I will keep one logo class, and in logo I'm writing here, let's suppose I'm writing Django. My logo name is Django. Otherwise you can give the image, but right now I'm giving what? Logo name is what? Django. And in links, what I will do, in links I will keep this links inside one class called navlinks. Okay, so this is the class I'm creating, navlinks, and here I'll keep the links. Okay, so let me show you like the links. Let me show you, let me give you a clarity what I'm going to create actually, like what type of navbar I'm going to create. So see, suppose this is the header. Okay, and it's too bad. Okay, so let's suppose this is the header. Okay, so in this header, what I will do here, I will keep the logo. Logo name is, let's suppose, Gem, and here I will keep nav links like home. Okay, like about. Okay, like whatever links I want to keep, I want to keep it here. So this is what, this is nothing but my nav links dot nav link class, nav links. Okay, and this is nothing but dot logo class, right? So this is one element, this is another element, right? So this is my idea to create. So here I will write, okay, anchor tag, and inside the anchor tag, what I will write, I will write here like home. Okay, then let me write here, about. Okay, let me write here course. Okay, another is I'm creating nav, nothing but content. Okay, so this is what I have created. But if you want to check the output, if you want to check the output right now, so you will not get any output. See, if you will check the output, so you are getting this page. So how you will get the output of this template page, this HTML page, how you will get the output of this HTML page? So in order to get the output of this HTML page, you need to configure this template folder inside the settings of Django project. So here you can see inside the template inheritance folder, we have settings.py. So inside the settings.py, what we have to do, we have to go here, base dir. You will see at line number 16. At line number 16, what you are seeing? Base dir. Base dir is nothing but it is having the path of my root folder. Base dir keeping the path of my this root folder. Okay, so what I will do here, I'll create one variable. Okay, here I will create one variable for template. Okay, variable. Okay, for holding path of template folder. Okay, and second what I will do, I'll create one more variable for holding path of static files. Okay, but static files, how we will keep the static files path, we will see later. Let's see first this, how we can hold the path of template folder. So what I will do, I'll create here one variable which is, okay, templates dir, or simply template dir is better. Okay, you can keep any name, no problem. And here what I will do, I will write here equals to, and this base dir, this base dir is nothing but this folder, this folder location. Okay, so what I will do, I will keep here base dir same as it is. I'm keeping this name as it is because this name is nothing but this folder path. And inside this folder we have which folder? Template folder. So how we will write inside the base dir folder, we have, inside the template inheritance folder we have template folder. So we will write here base dir forward slash, and in single quote I will write the my folder name template. Okay, that's it. That's it. Okay. So this is what we have to do. Next. Next, what we have to do. So when you scroll down, you will see one place which is templates. Okay. So inside the template, you will see DIRS. Inside the DIRS, you will see this list, list parenthesis. So inside the list parenthesis, you have to keep the variable name which is holding the path of your template folder. So this is the path of template folder and it is holding by template dir. Okay, so I can copy this particular name template dir and I can keep it inside what template. As you can see at line number 62, we have dirs inside the templates. So here I will keep template dir. Okay, so this is how we have configured. But when it should display, when it should display means we have to create, one url and view for this particular base.html file. Okay, so what I will do, inside the test folder I will create here one view. Okay, so how to create the view? Nothing but I'll create just Django function here. So def, I will write here like form view. Okay, and here whatever request is coming, request means when I'm saying request, let me just write here past only. So when I'm saying request, so request will come from here. For example, someone is writing here home, so this is what one request is coming. So where this request will go, this request will go to the urls. Okay, you will see one file. Okay, inside the Django project folder, here you will see one url, urls.py. So here in urls.py, just ignore these comments. Okay, inside the urls.py, here the location, here the request will come. Okay, url pattern. Okay, so if the request will match with any pattern, then this particular pattern link the request with particular view, the particular view. So see, I'm creating which view? Home view. So whatever request, so which request is coming, we have to create the path, or we can say we have to design the url for the same. So home, whenever home request will come, so I will call which function? I will call this home view function. Home view function I will. So here I will write inside the views, inside the views we have, what is the function name? Home view. Inside the views file we have home underscore views, view or views, home view, simply view. Okay, so this is what we have to do. But it is showing underline here, it is not defined, it is saying. So what we need to do, see, this view folder is inside my test app folder. So I need to import it inside the urls.py. I need to import it. So from where? From which applet? Where is our views.py? So when I expand it, you will see inside the test app we have views.py. Views.py is there inside the test app. So can I write here from test app? test tab. From test tab, import view. Import views. What is the file name? Views. So import views. And inside the views, we have home.py. So if I will delete this home views, so automatically it will suggest now views dot. When I write views dot, it is automatically suggesting home views. Okay. Why? Because this file is linked properly. We are saying inside the test tab, we have views, just keep that views file here. And we are using the function which is home views. Okay. So now try to understand once again. Whenever this home view request is coming from the browser, it will match with particular URL. So in this case, it is matching with this URL. Okay. And this URL is calling views.home view. So inside the views file, we have home view. So inside the views.py, we have home view, and here we have to write our logic. What logic we will write? We want to call our base.html. Can you see this base.html? So we will call this base.html from views. Okay. So what I will write here? I will write here return and render. Return render. Whatever request is coming. Whatever request is coming. So I will write here request, and this request should invoke my base.html. So base.html is inside what? Inside the test tab. So here I will write test tab slash base.html. Okay. So this is what we have to write. Okay. So let me just check now. Okay, let me just run the server once again. Py manage.py, run server and press enter. Okay. So just go to here. Okay. So if I click here, so it is showing me two URL. One is admin, second is home. So I want to go to the home URL. So let's go to the home URL. So it is showing this HTML page. This is the HTML page content we are getting. Right? This is nothing but HTML page content we are getting, whatever we have created. So on base.html, we have this Django, we have this home, about, and everything. This is what we are getting here. Okay. But we will write CSS in order to make it more stylish. So we will write CSS. Okay. So when we talk about CSS, so where we write CSS, we write CSS inside what? Static folder. We write CSS inside what? Static folder. So we need to create one static folder. Okay. So where I will create the static folder? Inside the root folder. So what is the root folder? This is the root folder. Inside this root folder, I'll click here in folder icon. I will create the file which is static. Okay, this is not the file, this is the folder. Static folder I'm creating. And inside the static folder, I will create one more folder for CSS. Whatever CSS I want to keep, I can keep here. And I'll create here one file which is style.css. Okay, so here I will write style.css code. Let me close it. So what I will do, I will write here just global property. I want padding 0. Okay, margin 0, and box sizing border box. Okay. So in order to check whether our CSS is linked or not, what I will do, I will keep body background color is what? Black. I'm keeping body background color is black. But if you will check here, you will not see any black background color. Why? Because this CSS, this style.css is not linked with our base.html file. So first of all, we need to link this style.css with base.html. So how to link it? Let's see. So inside the head tag, what I will write? I will write here link tag. Okay. But normally when we write HTML CSS code, we write like this, dot forward slash. But here this is the Django project. Here we cannot write like this. We need to use here templating. Okay. So here I will write. Okay. So here I will write static, and in single quote, and in single quotes I will write What is the file name? CSS site CSS. We have style.css. Okay, right. So if you will check here, if you will refresh it, still it will not come. Okay, still it will not come, and it is showing error. So what we have to do, whenever you are loading any static file, whenever you are linking any static file, what we need to do, after the doc type, we need to mention this. We need to mention this templating like percentage symbol, and here we will write load static. We have to write this load static. So this load static command will load this static folder. Okay. Here is a static folder. It will load this static files. Okay, then it can run. Then it can link, right? So now let's just refresh it. Okay, refreshing it. Still it is not done. Okay, so why it is not coming? Because we didn't configure this static folder. See, when we are configuring this template folder inside the settings.py, at that time I've created one command for configuring the static folder, but we didn't configure this static folder inside the settings.py. So we need to go to the project settings. Here we have project settings. See, here I have created one variable for holding the path of template folder, and I said like later we will hold the path of static files. So here we have to create one folder, one variable, which is static dir. Okay, static dir. And here what I will do, I will keep here base dir. Okay, base dir, which is keeping, which is the root directory. Basically it is keeping the root directory path, and inside this we have one folder called static. Okay. So inside the root directory, we have one folder called static. So like that I have written. And now you have to scroll down, go in last. And from last, you will see at line number 124, you will see static URL. So after this line, just create here one variable. Just create here same variable. Which variable you will create? Static files. Okay, it is files, s is there. Okay, static files underscore dirs, s is there. Okay, files and dirs, don't miss it, write as it is. And after that, what we will do, we will create here one list, and inside the list we will mention that variable name. So what's the variable we have created? Static dir. We have created a static dir. So this is how we have configured the path of my static folder also. Okay, so now it will work. We have linked successfully. Okay, we have load the static, we have configured the static path in settings.py. Now let's try to refresh it. Okay, I think we need to restart the Django server. So write the command py manage dot py run server. Okay, so it started the server. Now refresh it. Okay, so it is coming like this. Okay, now what we have to do, means our CSS is linked successfully. Now what I will do, I will create, what I will do, I will style it. I will style it little bit. Okay, so here I will style, just keep it here. Side by side, we will style. Okay, so just CSS we have to write. As of now, we are not seeing any concept of inheritance. Just we are writing the CSS in style.css. Just we will try to write the CSS. Okay, so here I will call the header first. Okay. So as you can see here, also we have this header. First of all, we will write the style for this header. Okay, so here I'm writing header. Keep the body on top first. Okay. And here I will write header. I will call header here by its name, and I will say header width is what, 100 VW viewport width, and I will say header height is what, 100 pixel. Now I will give header color which is white. Okay, but we are not seeing anything here, So we need to refresh. So we are getting like this. Okay, so inside the header you will see there are two elements. Okay, so two elements are what? These are the two elements, which is logo and nav links. Okay, so this is the uh, logo and this is a nav link. So I want to keep it side by side. Okay, so if you want to keep it side by side, so what you will do? Okay, so this is the CSS for header. Now I will write CSS for navbar. Nav. Okay. So this navigation, which navigation? Okay, I didn't create nav. Okay, yes, this is the nav. So inside the nav, there are two child. I want to keep it side by side. So I will keep this nav as display flex. Display flex. Okay, display flex. But why it is not coming? Because I didn't refresh. Now it is coming. Okay. But if you will write here background color, let me write here yellow. So you will see this navbar height is not there. Okay, it is taking the required height as per the content. So I will give height is 100%. When I'm writing here height is 100%, what is the mean? It will take the parent height. What's the parent height? 100 pixels. So 100% means it will take navbar height as 100 pixels. So let me refresh it. So as you can see, it is coming 100%. Okay. Now what I will do, I will just write here. Okay, I will just write here display flex container property, which is justify content space between. So when I write space between, so let me just refresh. So it is coming side by side like this. Okay, I want to keep center it on cross axis. Okay, cross axis means this straight line. Okay, I mean on y axis we can see. So I can write here align item center. So when I write align item center, refresh it. So it is coming like this. So from the starting and from the end, I want to give some padding. So how can I give? I need to write here something like padding. Okay. So if I'm writing zero is nothing but padding from top and padding from bottom. So from top and bottom, I don't want to give any padding, right? I want to give padding from left and right. Okay. So 30 pixel padding means space from border and content. Space from border and content. So refresh it. So it is getting this much space and it is looking better. After that, we have, okay, inside the nav, let's design this logo. The CSS is taking some time. So please uh, try to have some patience. Okay, so here I will write font size, font width. Okay, let's say bolder. Font size, let's say I'm writing here 2.5 VW. Okay, and after that, what can I do? Okay, let's keep here font family globally. I want to use font family Arial. Okay, I want to use this font family. So now see, it's coming like this. Do you want to increase more font size? I'm writing here 9. Okay, so it's looking better. Okay, so after logo we have this nav links. Okay, so inside the nav links I want to keep some space. I want some gap between nav links. So what I will do, I will write here dot nav links. Okay, and I will write here display flex. Okay, so if you want to check the nav links, what I'm talking about, let me just write here background color. Background color is, let's suppose, red. So nav links are what are the nav links? These are the nav links. Here I want gap. So in order to find the gap, we need to write the property which is gap. How much? 30 pixel. Let's see. So 30 pixel gap is coming. Now I can remove this red color. This is for just understanding purpose. After that, inside the nav links, we have this anchor text. So I want to remove the decoration. So what I will do, I'll go here inside the nav links we have anchored it. I hope you're understanding. Okay, if you're understanding, please try to do it also. Don't just watch, please practice the code. Either you can practice it simultaneously, otherwise you can watch one more time this video and practice it uh, again. I mean, just practice for 5 minutes and 10 minutes and pause the video and continue the video according to your uh, plan you can do. Okay, so here I can write text decoration is what? None. Okay, and color is what? Let's write black color. Okay, all right. So it is coming like this. Let's just keep it. Let's keep the just font weight. Font weight. Font weight is like 600. I can and we can keep in numbers also. Okay, so it is coming like this. So it is looking like this. Okay, so what I want when I click on, okay, it should display some like underline when I hover on it. So let's keep the hover effect as well. Dot nav links. I hope you're understanding, guys. If you're not understanding, comment box is yours. Okay, so here I will write what I will write, text decoration, or should I write background color? Background color, if I write red, what will happen? Okay, refresh it. So it is coming like this. It's looking weird. So I'm not keeping the background color. Better to keep text decoration and underline. Okay, and color is what? Color is red. Okay, so this is how it is coming. That is better, not that much bad. Okay, now let's try to understand the inheritance concept. Okay, so inheritance concept means I'm creating here one more file. Let's suppose I'm creating here one about file. I want to create one about file. So in the about file, okay, so here I will create about file. I hope you're understanding this. So here I will create one about.html. Okay, so inside the about.html, I want to keep the same navbar. So this navbar code we have written, I want to keep the same navbar, but I don't want to copy and paste this code. Otherwise, it will increase the length of the code. Okay, it will increase the length of the code. Try to understand. It will increase the length of the code. So what I will do, I will inherit this base HTML, base.html navbar I will inherit inside the about.html. So how we can do this? How we can do this? So for doing this, we will we will create here. We will write here. Okay, we will write here doc type. Okay, doc type. Okay, we are not writing complete boiler template. I'm just writing here doc type HTML, and after that I will write this ginger template expression, and here I will write extends as is there. Okay, so from where you want to extend? So I want to extend code from, I want to extend the code from which file? Right, in the single code, from which file? From test tab. From test tab there is base.html. From there I want to extend the code. But which code you want to extend? So I want to extend this header code, this complete header code I want to extend. Okay, so here we need to create one block. So this will be the inherited part, and the here I'll create the part which will not be the part of inheritance. So here what I will write, here I will write, okay, I hope like I think it will be new for you if you are learning it first time. It might be a little tricky to understand, but have patience, you will understand by the end of the lecture, right? So here what I will write, here I will write blog. Okay, I'm writing here blog. Here you can write any name. Any name you can write. So after block I'm writing child underscore block. It is not mandatory to write child underscore block. And after that I'm writing here block end. Okay, block end. So why I'm writing this uh like this expression, why I'm writing this template? So because whatever code you will write inside this, let me write here comment. So whatever code you will write inside this, okay, so this is what inside, and here we have outside. This is what outside. Try to understand. I'm trying to make it simple. So whatever code is outside this block, whatever code is outside this block, that will be the common code. Common code for all child. Okay, whatever code is written outside this block, that will be the common for all the child. So for example, I'm writing here h1. Okay. So this h1 is not common for all child HTML pages. Okay, I hope you're trying to understand it. And if I'm writing here one h1 here, if I'm writing one h1 here, so here this h1 is not common for all child. Okay, okay, this is common. Okay, this is common. Sorry for that. This is common for all childs. Okay, so whatever you are writing inside this block, this will not be common for all the pages, but this will be common for all the pages. Let's see. Let's see what I am doing. I am inheriting. I am inheriting in about.html. What I am writing extend tested base.html. So what code it will inherit? It will inherit this complete code. This complete code will be inherited till 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 this line. Till this line, this code will be inherited. Whatever you will write inside this block, this will be the private code. This will not be inherited. Okay. So I hope you're understanding. Okay. So all right. Okay. So when I click on this about, so it should open my this page. Okay, so I'm writing here, I'm also creating here one block. Okay, so block and child block. This is a child block of about page. Let's just end this child blocks. So end block. Okay, so this whatever you will write here, this will be private. This will be where we can say inside the child template. This code will be private inside the child template, not common for all. Okay, but here you will write this is the common. Okay, we are not extending it, but let's see, this is what private we are writing, generally what private, writing here private or about.html means when about.html page will be there, then only it will display, which is I'm writing here h1. This is about page. You will get everything. Please have some patience to understand it. Okay, so this file, this about.html file, I will link with this, with what? With this about. Okay, so where is this about link? This about link is available inside the header. Inside the base.html, we have header and nav links. Here we have to mention. What we will mention? We will write here. What's the name? About dot. Just we will write about. Okay, so for this about, what we will do, we will write one url. Okay, where we will write url in urls.py. Okay, so here we will write, for example, we have written one url for home, same we will write one url for about. Okay, so about forward slash, and after that views. Inside the views, we didn't create any about view. So let's create about view. Then we will write this state. So inside the view, where is the view? View is inside the test end. So like that we have created home view. Similarly we will create about view. Def about view. Okay, whatever request is coming from URLs, return the response. Return response means we will return the request in the form of HTML page. But which HTML page you are going to return? So inside the test tab there is a about.html. inside the test tab Inside the test tab we have about.html which we will return. So in URL just link whenever about request is coming. When I'm saying about request is coming, so about request will come from where? About request will come from here. Instead of home it will come about. Okay, or when I click on this about, then automatically this request will generate. Okay, so this request will come to the URL. Okay, so about URL, and here I will write views and about. Okay, after views it should display me about view. Okay, because about view I have created already, as you can see here I have created about, and it is rendering our about page. Okay, so all fine. Now let's try to refresh it and let's try to. Okay, so I think there is some mistake. Let's go to about.html. So end block is there, extend is there. Okay, so what is the mistake actually? I have written here block and child block, child underscore block, that is correct. But here when I'm ending the block, so I'm writing block end, but don't write here block end. We have to write here end block, end block. Like in about.html, I have written end block. So similarly, we have to write the same when we are ending the block. Let's try to check now. Again, it is giving here. Okay, so I think still it is not coming. Template does not exist at about. So okay, let's try to keep here folder name, which is test tab and forward slash. So this is we are saying inside the test tab folder we have base.html, extend that file. Okay, so inside the test tab we have base.html. Okay, let's try to refresh it now. Okay, so it is coming now. So when I'm clicking on home, when I'm clicking on about, so we are not getting content. Okay, content is there, but we are not able to see due to black color. So what I will do in CSS, I will say, okay, I will say whenever you will see H1, okay, let me write it. Whenever you see H1, so keep background color, let's say orange, and keep color is like white. I think it will be a better combination. Okay, so it is coming like this. And let's give text align center, and let's give margin. Okay, so when I want to give some margin like 200 pixels from top and bottom, and I want to give left and right auto. So when I write like this, so it is coming like this. Okay, so let's keep it here 180 pixels and keep it. Okay, so fine. But when I click on home, it should display me home page. It should display me only content home page. And here when I click on about, it should display me about content. So let's fix it. So I'm going in base.html. So not common for every element. So here I will write this is uh, this is home page. You can create separate file for the home page and you can extend this nav, but as the time being I'm just using here. And common code I just want to keep this header on. So let's try to see. So when I click on home, so it is still showing about. So let's go to the about. What's the problem here? Okay, so when I go in, okay, so see in the base.html we have home nav links, but we didn't write here home path. So we need to give here home. Okay, so now just check in URL whether I have created home URL or not. Yes, I've created home. That is correct. Okay, and there is a view also, home view. Okay, that is fine. Okay, so when I click on home, why it is showing about? Okay, so it is showing home. Now it is showing about. Okay, so this is the home. See, header is not changing. Header is same. Navbar is same, but the content of page is changing. When I click on home, so it is home. When I clicking on about, so it is about. So do the same for course. So see, what is the step I will follow? Now try to understand. If you will understand these steps, means you can understand the complete story. So the story is, first you go to inside the template folder, inside the test. Okay, and here create one folder. I mean create one file here, course.html. So here we will not write the navigation code. We want, when I click on course, this header should be same. So you want keep the same header. So just write here first doc type, and after doc type just inherit the base.html which is containing header or navigation. So how you will inherit? Just write here this template. Okay, and here you will write extends. Okay, single quotes from where? From test tab, and inside the test tab base.html, because base.html is having this header code, as you can see here. Header code it is containing. Okay, but this line will not inherit, because whatever you will write inside this block, this will be private. Okay, okay, not can I write here not common for all pages? Yes, that is correct. And whatever outside this block, which is common for all the pages. See, means this header code, if you will see, this is common for all pages when we will extend it. So the course is extending this. Okay, so means here till here we got the header code. Okay, so let me write here comment extending header code from base.html. I hope you understand. Now create 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 private content for this page only. Okay, means the content which should display on this page only, on this course page only. So how you will create? You just write here this curly braces and percentage symbol, and just write here block, and write the block name. Block name could be any. So I am writing a child block, and then when you are ending it, so don't mistake here. Keep the same name, end it, and block. Okay, and here you can write private content for this this page, right? Okay, so what is the private content? I'm writing here one h1. This is our course page. Okay, and if you want to add some paragraph, so that is you can write like lorem I'm writing 30. So that is also we can do. Okay, so this is what I have created course page. Now the task is not ended. Now what you will do, you just go base.html. Inside the base.html, just expand this header, and see here you have to create one link. Means you have to write here where it should go. When someone click, when user click on this course, it should send the request on course URL. Okay. Now after this, now you check whether course URL is created or not. So when you will go to the templates urls.py, here you will see there is no course, we can say course endpoint, or we can say there is no course URL has been created so far. So I will create here by writing here course forward slash, and after that I will write here views dot course. But see, inside the view, inside the views there is no course view. That's why it is not giving suggestion. So before linking it, let's create one course view as well. So how to create course view? Def course view. You can write any name. Okay, you can write any name, but better to write similar name, means follow the similar pattern. Whatever request is coming, okay, and what we have to do, we have to return render. We have to render one web page based on the request. From where? From test tab. And there is one course.html. Okay, inside the test tab we have course.html page we have to display. Now in URLs, just write here comma views, and which view you want to link, course view. Okay, that's it. Okay. So let's just refresh it. Okay. So when I click on this home, so it is showing home page. When I click on about, it is showing about page. When I click on course, so it is displaying course page, but it is displaying the content. Because of black color, it is not displaying. Okay, so in CSS, just go in CSS and write here. Okay, so in CSS, just write here paragraph tag and write here color is white. Refresh and see. So it is coming like this. And if you want to give some width, let's keep width is like 300 pixel. Okay, so fine. Okay, let's keep it here, no problem. So home page, about page, course page, now contact page. Okay, now let's see contact page. How to create contact page? Let's see. I think you got the idea now. You can practice it, but let me just create it once. So first of all, what I will do, I'll create here one contact page, contact.html. Okay, here I will write on contact.html. I will write here doc type. After doc type, I will inherit inherit header code from base.html. How you will inherit? You will write here this symbol. Okay. After that, what you will write? Extends. And after that, what you will write? After that, you will write folder name, which is tested. And what's the file name? Base.html. Right. After that, you will create the child block to display your own content. Okay. So here I'll create block for private content block. And what's the block name? Child block. Child block. And just end this block. So here I will write and block. Okay, and here I will write my personal content. So what is your personal content? I'm writing here h1 contact is what? Plus 9100000000. Okay, this is the contact and this is the information. 300 words. All right. Okay, the information is very huge, so let's keep just 30 words only. Okay, so this now tell me what is the next step. I hope you're understanding what is the next step. Just go to the base.html. Just write here like targeted URL, which will be contact. Okay. Did you create the contact URL? Just check. Go to the URLs and check. So path we didn't create, so I'll create here contact. Okay. / and now we have to create view because we need to link the view. This URL we have to attach with view. So here I will create view. So def contact view. Okay, request and return render request. Okay, from where? Test tab. Which file you want to render? I want to render contact page, contact.html. Okay, so just link this with views.contact. Okay, all right. So this is what we have done. Now let's see whether it's working or not. refresh it. So home page, this is the home page, about page, okay, course and content. Okay, so it is working. You might be thinking like how we can create a background which should like change automatically. So I used, as I've shown in starting the example, so I used the GIF background, dark GIF background for laptop or PC. You can make. So you can take GIF page, for example, this one. Okay, so just copy image address, and where we have to go, just go to the code inside the CSS, go inside the CSS, and inside the body we are giving color. Instead of giving color, we can give image. So we will write here background, and here we will write URL, and we can write here URL. Okay, so now let's see the magic. Okay, so it is coming like this. It is repeating. So in order to avoid the repeating, what you can do, you can write here background repeat, no repeat, background size, background size is what, cover. Okay, and background position, center. Okay, just remember these 3 4 properties to adjust the background and refresh it. Okay, so it is coming like this. Okay, otherwise you can use the static. It is refreshing again and again, that's why your page is lagging. So this is what we have created. Okay, so I hope you are understanding how we have done this, and if you have any doubt, you can write comment. You can write comment, and you can ask me in comment your doubt. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you understood each and every point. If it is being tricky for you, please practice. If you will practice, then you will get good command on it. Okay, this is a very useful content. Means the same code. Okay, base.html file you are using in about, you are using it in contact, you are using the same code in course as well. Means you are following the try principle. Try means don't repeat yourself. So we are not repeating ourselves. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching this video.